Hello everybody and welcome to the Genshin Impact live stream. How's everybody doing this wonderful Sunday? I hope you're having a wonderful day. That will be kind of better to show my live stream. Blah, blah, blah. I think I skipped some words over there. Okay. So I've actually got more to do today than I thought I would. I mean, the main thing is that I still haven't done the character trials. Good old Polly. Not doing the character trials until the very last day of the patch, or like one of the very last days of the patch. Let me... Yeah, I made the game more quiet yesterday. Cause kinda bored yesterday, so I just ran around. Killing some enemies. In Genshin. Okay, so let's first do the dailies. With dailies we'll clear some ley lines. If I wanted to do something productive, I could check on my furniture again. Because what I did a while ago, or actually I could just redo like the walking around the map thingy. A while ago, I went through all my furniture and I saw if I have everything unlocked. That's gonna be pretty much just as fast if I just go there directly. Oh, I should have used the red feather fan, man. It was actually prime use case for the red feather fan. If only you could use it in the air. If only the gadget that made gliding faster would be usable while gliding, huh? I know, crazy idea. Also, I had something else. Oh, I had like Furina in this team. I replaced her with Kazuha. Now I kill the enemies much faster. Because he actually... I don't even need Mizuki anymore. For dailies. We just plop down the skills, press any with Kazuha and they are dead. We can kill some of the enemies here as well. One other thing I could do would be to gather artifacts in the resort. Oh, I couldn't even use my second E, man. There's one more guy there, but we'll just let him leave. But in order to do that, I would have to like study the routes. I still haven't watched the videos. Oh, is it the one where Xiao clears it for me, or are they gonna appear as I come closer? Let me first grab some goodies. Like now is the prime time to be distracted by everything. When I'm gonna do the Archon quest, I might allow myself to be distracted as well. Okay, it's the one where they appear but later. Oh, I didn't reach them. Should have held the skill and the AoE would have been bigger. I love that the Inafa shield prevents you from taking electro charge damage from the water. I feel like that's one of the reasons why she even has a shield. But you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to like go through a video at the same time as I'm streaming because it's kind of weird. I would need to like study up the route first, and then maybe I could like, you know, look at the video here and there to remind myself of what I'm doing. But I wouldn't want to learn something from a video unless it's something like super quick. If I was looking up location of a chest or something, that's okay. But I do need to learn the Tenoxidog, or like just... Actually, is the island called Tenoxidog? Or is that the name of something else? I think it's Tenoxidog, right? Whatever, the Easy Breeze Holiday Resort. I need to learn the artifact routes there. Oh my god, he actually is running away. Okay, I got you. Does it matter how long he was running away for? Because in the end I got him and that's what matters. I'm the one standing and he's dead. Oh, I do need to collect some flowers though. I wonder what new flora and fauna will be able to grab in Nod-krai. Like what plants are actually plantable and which animals are catchable. Not just what new stuff will grow there and live there. Because there are a bunch of cool-looking creatures, but like there are those big deer guys. There are some rock mini rhinos, but like, will you be able to catch anything? Oh, these guys are slightly problematic. We'll get there. Probably should have burst with Kokomi. But we got there. I've also been thinking about what kind of exploration teams I should use for Nod-krai. I want to be able to move fairly quickly, because, you know, faster is better than slower. But on the other hand, I don't want to rush things too much. Also, I will want to use the new characters. Or at the very least Lauma, because they show that there are like special interactions with wildlife and NPCs when you have Lauma in your team. And same for like Flints and probably other characters. Oh, transport balloon, let's go! My favorite. It's going, right? Yeah. Especially when I have a team with no good direct damage. Oh, pull heal each other. Beat dust. Inef would probably be better at this. Because she actually builds attack. Unlike Kazuha. By the way, can you crit when you hit wooden structures? I think so? But I'm not certain. Okay, when you are here, after we are done, it's like now the path is clear. We just wait, right? We can grab some of the rocks. There's a little mine here. We could grab wood as well. Oh yeah, man, wood. Actually, for my wood needs, I've been just farming the crystals recently, and I'm just gonna buy more wood from the teapot. That's my game plan. I really do not like farming not land wood. I should have just stopped because now I'm waiting on a longer cooldown. But I guess it doesn't matter, we can do this. Yeah, here is the balloon. We don't need to worry about it. Both in terms of being destroyed, because the hill chargers just really do no damage. And also in terms of... Oh, this is not a real tree. Also in terms of it despawning. Like, if you just walk, it has never disappeared on me. I need to check teleporting somewhere. But I'm always worried that it will disappear. Because it feels like it should, right? If I TP away. There must be like a limit to its range. But it does keep going even if it's not on the map. Or like, even if it's not rendered, right? It keeps going. It will eventually catch up to me. If I just raise a head, I will look in its direction, I won't see anything, it's not being rendered, right? But it's there. It keeps moving. Have I cooked this week? With Escoffier? I think I have actually. We can check weekly missions, and we have cooked 10 dishes, and I haven't cooked anything other than Escoffier. Good old Kazuha, he used to be the like, #1 exploration character. Back when he came out. You've got the extra jumps, he's an ammo for an ammo resonance. And you consume less stamina when dashing. Deleted. I'm so sad we don't get to pick a free Kazuha constellation from the selector. But he will get added eventually. By the time I'm done with... with picking Masterless Stella Fortuna essentially from that. By the time I'm done with that, they probably should have already added Kazuha. I can't imagine they will gatekeep him for too long. And especially weird, considering his cons aren't even that great. Daily commission rewards. Okay, we are done. Elidam is weird as well, but even Kazuha is weird. Kazuha's C1 is very bad. There is no team in Big 2025 where you want to use your Kazuha E twice. Even if you can. Like, if the E had no cooldown, if you could just spam it endlessly, then you would only press it once anyways. In every single team where you would play Kazuha nowadays. Because more E's don't really do anything, the enemies are already grouped up, VV is already applied, and you know, now you just want to switch to your main DPS and start doing damage. His C2 is nice. Not the worst one ever, but it doesn't do anything, essentially. Right? By the way, the reason why I have it, I'm trash talking a constellation that I own. I lost to Kazuha when pulling for Chiori on the Inazuman Chronicled Wish. It doesn't do anything. It's on par with Venti C1 that gives him an additional arrow on his charge shot. So it is the worst C1 ever. Actually. And his C2 is nice, but I mean, it can be a good buff for some teams. Like if you're already using Kazuha in a team. But it's not gonna be all that important going into Nod-krai actually. Because like, this gives you 200 EM, right? After bursting, Kazuha, and the on-field character. Oh, so it's actually not everybody. It's only the on-fielder plus Kazuha himself. Get 200 EM, so it's the same condition as Inefa. But the issue is, even going into Nod-krai, which is like the EM nation, with all the lunar reactions and everything, even a C2 Kazuha is often gonna be worse than a Sucrose. Because Sucrose can have Wandering Even Star or Thrilling Tales. I guess Kazuha can have Zephos, so like that kinda helps him. But like at best, he's as good as Sucrose. And never really better. So Kazuha seems like a weird mission. And Alhaitham is an even weirder mission. Because at least jumping twice with Kazuha can be pretty fun. You like jump, you burst, you jump, like you waste a bunch of time, but like it's whatever. If you're in the overworld or doing some like lower abyss, 10, 11 or something, it's like fine. Alhaitham C1 doesn't do anything, man. It lowers your skill cooldown, but you can use it once per rotation anyways. There is no difference. Like, if you are playing Alhaitham correctly, you cannot utilize this in any way. Like, because for Kazuha C1, you can but shouldn't utilize it, right? You can E burst and then the E is up again. You can E again. This doesn't change anything. This is even worse. And yeah, those are some of the characters that are not on the selector. That's really weird, man. And then Nilou cons. Like, her C1 C2 are better than Kazuha's. And she's a more recent character, and she's gonna be more relevant with Lauma. So like, why are Nilou cons here but not Kazuha? Kinda weird again. Ventis C1. At least Ventis C1 is funny. Well, some people have been saying that maybe Alhaitham cons aren't here because of Nefer being the new premier Dendro DPS, but like, Nefer doesn't... Like, Alhaitam's cons don't do anything. So that's the issue there. Let me go and grab some flowers before I go to my teapot. Of the Nefer incident. I mean, Nilou teams will still be good. Even if Nefer does disable Dendro cores. No wait, I want to go this way. Also I want to change my team. Even if Nefer does disable Dendro cores, thus disabling Nilou, Nilou teams will still be good, just like without Nefer. But like Nilou teams already got what they wanted. It's not like Nilou players had to cope that Nefer would save them. No, they have already been saved. by Lauma. Like sure, Nilo will not be part of your Lauma Nefer teams, but it's for the best. If somebody was a Nefer enjoyer and to build a proper Nefer team you would need 2 5-star supports specifically. And then if you don't have them, she would be kinda cope. Because if Nilu works, then she must be a big deal. Right? There is no way Nilu would be just a minor upgrade. I mean, I guess maybe if the final Hydra, but eventually Columbina will come out, and maybe you play Columbina Nilu or something, that would be maybe a team. So, I feel like it's for the best that a 5-star DPS only has 1 5-star support that they really want. And not 2. Let's go here. Might as well grab the artifacts. Okay, and with this we can go to the pot. Oh, my plants aren't up yet though. Oh, that's unfortunate. Whatever. Next time, for sure. But yeah, maybe it's good that Yelan and Kazuha aren't there, because if Yelan and Kazuha were there, those would be the characters I would want to pick. But I probably still wouldn't pick them, I would just feel worse about myself. Because it still would be better to just pick a Master Stella Fortuna. A 5% damage bonus for my Flins or Skerk would still be more valuable than getting the second Yelan skill or the Kazuha 200 EM. And I would just feel slightly worse about skipping better constellations than skipping the worst constellations. So maybe it's actually a blessing in disguise. Can I buy more white chestnut? I can. Let's go. My rock farming is paying off. Oh man, they all need white chestnut oak. 10? Okay, whatever, let's build these. I don't even get a refund. Everything I just bought from this, everything I just converted, down the drain, man. Okay, here we bought stuff. Have I used the transient yet? Oh no, I'm saving it for next week for Llama Mats. Yeah, because we have 7 days on it. So we'll use it to farm Lauma talent books or weapon mats maybe. But I don't think I'm gonna pull her weapon. I will see. I'm definitely not pulling her cons. Unless her exploration passive is like giga goated and better than Varesa. Maybe then I could pull her C1 for the longer run. But her cons don't really... Her C1 doesn't really do much. Because it just heals. It doesn't increase your damage. It can increase your team building options. But you probably play a healer anyways. Kokomi is a... Like in Nilu teams, Kokomi is already a pretty good... Bloom driver. Especially with the nerfed Dendrocore damage. So wait, what was I? Why am I here? Why did I open the menu? Why did I open this menu? Well, we'll never know. Let's go to Fontaine. And do the main. Yep. One of the characters that I could level up would also be Kinich. Kinich has been like my hidden goat, to be honest. When I think about the DPSs I play the most, or something, Kinich is not the first one that comes to mind. But I do play him quite a lot actually, and he's been... I have used him in both Stygian Onslaughts to clear First the Lava Dragon statue, and then the Papilla. He would be also good versus the Secret Source Automaton. If that ever comes. The OG one, not the Cryo one. So buffing my Kin should not be a bad idea. But I know it will be a tough choice. But I do like it when there are rare resources that you can use on your favorite characters. It's kinda like this with crowns already, but if you play for a long time, crowns kinda become like an everyday item. Like I have plenty. So crowning a character no longer feels as special. Oh, this run was clean. 19 seconds. Ooh, wait, that's peak for Chiori. If you can dodge the Flat Death, damn. That's a piece that I would consider rerolling if not for the fact that I will never reroll a flower. Like if it rolls badly, right? But I will never reroll a flower, so I won't consider rerolling that. No matter what kind of god rule you'd get. I need to look right when bursting with bursting Vescopia. And then I get both of the little guys. 2 more runs? I didn't look to the right enough. And now the big hit got wasted. Actually, that hit gets wasted anyways. But yeah, the run was slightly slower. Actually, it even wasn't. 20 seconds, same as the last one. Oh, I think I wanted to look at my catalysts to consider options for... whoops. To consider my options for Nefer weapons. Yeah, I think that's why I opened the... not Nefer, sorry. Llama weapons, yeah. Because we're talking about Llama weapons and cons, then I sat down on the bench, opened my menu, and then I lost my train of thought. I was thinking, what kind of weapons could I play on Llama without pulling her Sig? Although, even if her Sig is not that big of a deal now, it probably will be better once Nefer comes out. Although Nefer is not a character that I'm like, particularly hyped about either. I could just slap a Fruit of Fulfillment on her. Fruit of Fulfillment is like a worse version of the Liar. Because it's 180 EM, but you also lose some attack percent. Oh, so does the Liar have the same? I think the Liar has the same stat line. Because the Liar is a new event weapon. It's like, I won't have it day 1. But I guess I will have it quickly enough. The Spindle Loot, sorry, not the Liar. Yeah, it has the same stat line. And then gives you 200 EM instead of 180. And also it doesn't have like this stacking passive. Because after a reaction is triggered, you get 1 stack. And for every 6 seconds that go by without an elemental reaction, you lose 1 stack. But I guess that doesn't really matter. Do you need to be the one who procs the reaction though? It's like after an elemental reaction is triggered, probably anybody can. Pretty sure anybody can. It would be a trash weapon otherwise. So I guess I would just pre-farm mats for this and level it up ASAP. That's probably gonna be better, if I'm not pulling the Sig. If I'm pulling the Sig, then this can like sit it out, but it's a good weapon either way. It got gutted in the beta. It used to have an EM substat, and then it gave 240 EM on the passive, so it was just like a giga EM stat stick. The stattiest of the sticks. But, yeah, I mean... If your character needs ER, it's still good. And Llama sometimes does need ER. I'll check out the flower for my Chiori. Our current one barely rolled into crit at all. So actually the competition is not too tight, not too tough. Actually, sorry, no. This is better than I... Oh yeah, sorry, this is crit rate. I thought this is crit damage. It's 3 rolls. Okay, it's not that bad. So we either need all 5 rolls to go into these stats, or we need 4 and higher rolls. Or I guess 4 and crit instead of defense would be slightly better. But if we roll into flat def twice, then it's done. Then it's donezo. But I believe. I'm going deep. I'm going all in. Why they even level up? Oh no, those are suns. I thought this was a hut for a moment. Yo! That's a very good artifact. A very good artifact. We even high rolled here, 7.8. And here I got 10.1. Which is like 3.5, 3.5, 3.1. So mostly mid-high rolls. If this final roll went into crit, it wouldn't have been 50 crit value anyways. Actually, it could have been. Oh no, because it's crit damage. Yeah. Even if the final roll went into crit rate, the rolls weren't high enough for this to have been 50 crit value. It's still an amazing piece though. I'm definitely giving it a star. Also, this piece has a star and nobody is playing it. Intriguing. I guess maybe I should take back the star, because like just 7 crit rolls is not good enough here around these parts where I have pieces with 7 crit rolls and other good stats. My flowers on this set are way too good, man. Not a problem that I really mind. Hello, Frisky Disc. Do I have anything else? Oh yeah, with these pieces, with those 3-liners, I'm waiting for the next patch. Because I will only consider leveling this up if it has crit damage as the final stat. Even if it has crit damage, it's not gonna be like that amazing, honestly. I guess my Nuvilet is playing a piece that rolled twice into defense %. So, yeah, I guess I don't need a god roll to have an upgrade for him. But instead of wasting my EXP, leveling this to +4 to have like a 1 out of what? How many stats are there? Let's say like 7. Instead of having like a 1 in something chance of this being crit damage, I can wait until next patch and will be able to see the final stat instantly. You will just see what you will roll into at +4. So I can eliminate the need to take a look if it rolls double crit. I have a couple pieces like this saved now. That are like, yeah, if it's crit damage we level, if it isn't we don't. So let's just wait. We'll wait and see. Literally, just wait. Okay, so let's go do some ley lines. Should I even do the Natlan ones every single time? I guess, it's fine. Wait, where is the ley line? Oh, it's here, okay, that's interesting. Haven't seen this ley line yet. So there could also be some new spots with crystals. Oh, okay, I got both, nice. Thought one would run away. I'm pulling for anyone 6.0? Yeah, I'm pulling both. Lauma and Flins. I have decent saved up pulls. For Lauma it's probably C0R0. For Flins I would maybe want his C1. But I will also see like how my pulls go. How many primos is this? How many pulls is this? 86 almost. It's 85.9375. So it's 86 plus 11, 97 pulls. We got a pity in there. Gonna grab Nahida. If you like Nahida, that's fine. Like I love her as a character. But to be perfectly honest, in all relevant teams in 6.0, Lauma is just better. The only teams where Nahida is better are like the Quicken teams, Aggravate or Spread, but none of them are really all that relevant nowadays. It's like Alhaitham and Tinari, or like Aggravate Catching. But even for any Electro carry, you would rather play Chevrus than Aggravate. And for Alhaitham and Tinari, I guess you play Quicken, but maybe like Quick Bloom. And if you play Quick Bloom, then Lauma would already be better. Doesn't bother you that Lauma is better? Then that's perfectly fine. As long as you're informed. I mean, if you want to pull Nahida, that's perfectly fine. Just making sure. You know, right? Hello, Vegan Organic. But yeah, I like Nahida more as a character. I mean, we haven't really met Lauma yet. But Nahida is one of my favorites. She's just so cute, man. But yeah, it is a bit unfortunate that she hasn't aged all that well. She hasn't aged terribly. But the primary reason why she was still good nowadays was her Dendro application. And we are finally getting characters that apply Dendro just as fast. Or like fast enough, but also do something else. And Nahida doesn't really do anything else other than apply Dendro. She buffs EM by a bit from her burst. But that's it. Other people say that if a new character is better, old one must be bad. Yeah, that is pretty annoying. Especially with stuff, especially with more contested niches, like Pyro DPSs, right? We had Deluxe since 1.0, then soon after we got Hutao, and then we had Yoimiya. Oh yeah, also Klee was on the way there. And then we had Yoimiya, and then we had Linne, and Arlecchino, and then Mavuika. There's so many of them. And oftentimes people will be just like, why would you ever play Hutao if Mavuika exists? But maybe you like Hutao more. Maybe you don't own Mavuika. It's really fine to play older characters. And also, it's not even like... Oh, thank you very much, Vegan Organic, for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Hello, Little Gamer. And also, it's not like Lauma is strictly better than Nahida. She might be better in most teams, especially teams that are relevant nowadays. But if we ever get another Quicken carry or a Quicken support, especially an Electro Quicken support, it would be Nahida's time to shine again. Get some tips to be in the... Potapo? Oh, the Wayob guy. So, because the way this boss works, it's pretty unique. You have a special, like a special summon. You have a stand in that fight, a little guy who will spawn periodically, and then he has like an HP bar. And if you use any healing abilities, even like self-healing is fine, he will heal as well. Like you don't even need to heal him. you need to heal yourself. So stuff like Nuvilet works, right? If you use Nuvilet's E, you lose HP, then you absorb the balls, you heal again. That works. And then the Way of Spirit will fire off a powerful beam if it's healed enough, right? So that's the primary way by which you can deal damage to him. But other than that, it's just a cryo way up, so it's probably gonna have the same resistance as a regular one. So if you want to deal him with direct damage, probably just focus on like Pyro. Wait, way up. Manifestation. Biting cold way up manifestation. And the spirit just deals like true damage to him pretty much. But he doesn't have high resistances. Now the resistances are actually the same to everything except cryo. Like he has high cryo res, because this is the local legend version, that's the one with the healing, right? See more details here. We can check in theater if it's like the same. Ah, there's just like a higher, there's just more HP. Because it's just HP bonuses. How much HP does it have? 50% more than it would normally. And normally it would have like 8 million? Would it be the same here? Also, like, what level is it even? I don't know. But he probably has a lot of HP. You gotta have some healing. You gotta have some strong healing. If you are stuck with no healers, then, I mean, that's just... You are just in for a bad time. If he has the same HP values as the local legend version, this would be 5 million. And then times 150%, so he might have like 7 or 8 million HP. But it might be less, because the local legends are tankier. I'm not sure how the local legend works in the theater exactly. It might be slightly different. Maybe you would be better off on-fielding the Barbara than trying to on-field Kinch, because Barbara's healing over time from her E is absolutely terrible. It ticks like once every 5 seconds. It doesn't heal you at all. Her skill. Like the continuous healing, that's once every 5 seconds. It's terrible. And the duration only 15 seconds. But her healing from attacks, because like when she has the thingy, she can attack, and then every attack heals your team. Now that's good. That's strong. And then like if you on-field, you will burst up more often. So you might be better off on-fielding the Barbara just like all the time. If you proc the spirit faster, it will respawn even faster. Will Gaming work? Yeah. It's not all that much healing though, but his self-healing will count. You still haven't decided who you're taking from the standard pool for anniversary. Originally, I was debating between C6 Tinari, because I already have C5, or maybe getting C1 Mizuki. But with the Masterless Stella Fortuna, I'm just gonna pick for cons. And that's like if you are doubting what you should do, if you don't have a clear character in mind, just pick whoever has the highest constellation. If you have any C6s, pick that for a Masterless Stella Fortuna right off the bat. If you don't have any C6s, then at least pick a character who's like on the highest constellation, right? So like my Diluc is C3, but Chichi is C4. So if I only had those two, I would pick Chichi, get closer to C6, and yeah, eventually I could get a Fortuna. Your account is 1 month old and all you have is a C0 Tinari. Is there any standard that would benefit you to have? Not really. Like, Mona is sometimes a co-op option for some teams, but she's never great. And then same with Jean, she can be a co-op option for some teams, but she's never great. To use with Chaska? Nah, definitely not worth it. If you like, the difference between playing Mona and Barbara with Chaska, if you really need a Hydro, is not gonna be that big. Or you can actually play Aino and Aino. Yeah, Aino is a free 4-star. Aino is a free Hydro 4-star that will actually work pretty well with Chaska, because she applies Hydro without needing to use attacks. Also, Barbara is cute. But yeah. The only character you could really consider is Jean, if you just want more healer options. But you should be fine. Like, there are so many nice 4-stars nowadays. Nice 4-star sustains. Like, you'll be better off with Lanyan than Jean in most teams, for example. And even if you really want healing and not shielding, then there's like Sayu. And you will get those 4-stars, and like Aoife can heal on field if you really want to, if you really need to. So yeah, Tighnari is fairly nice, because not only are you getting, you know, closer to the C6 eventually, you do want to get there and eventually start picking up the Master Stella Fortuna, but also he just has the best constellations in the standard roster, and he's probably just like the best character over there. C2 isn't that big of a deal, 20% damage bonus. But C6 eventually is great if you ever get there. Yeah. There's only time to trigger the spirit twice? Is it really only twice? I doubt. I don't remember though. I remember that I noticed that we are fighting the local legend. And I just kept healers and I had like Kokomi. And I remember the guy died way quicker than I thought he would die. Those are the two things I remember. Number one, I saved my healers until then, and number two, he died super quickly. I don't remember the rest. What other characters do you have available other than Kinich? Because Kinich cannot really utilize the reactions all that much. The reaction buffs from the theater. Like you get burning buffs, but Kinich doesn't care about burning damage, just the burning existing. You also have Inefa? Oh, but Inefa is like the guest star, so you don't get electro reaction buffs. That's not great either. Double drop still okay. 0 out of 3. Nice. We can still clear the final ley line though. Other 6.15 stars are something you want. And are older, you're gonna have to use your first 5-star on Tighnari anyways. It's probably just the best. Use Bennett Furina Nubilet. I mean, Furina consumes your HP, then you heal up with somebody else. That works fine. But like, I don't think you actually need to heal. You just need to like even if you overheal, I think it still works. But yeah, you could try on fielding Barbara, like just on field her for max healing, and then try the Inefa in the back. Might be better than trying to beat him. Hello, Sayonara. Gotta love it when Kazuha grabs all the mats for you. From what we know right now, 6.1 is most likely just Nefer. And no other 5-star. And it seems that... Luna 2, sorry, yes, you are right. So, Luna 2 seems like will only contain Nefer, and then yeah, 3 reruns. 1 rerun with Nefer herself, and then 2 more reruns afterwards. And either Yahoda is a 4-star that also comes out 6.1, or she could be a 5-star that comes out 6.2. Those are like the main 2 theories, but it's more theories than leaks even, honestly, with the Yahoda stuff. But Nefer is coming out in 6.1, that's almost certain. That's a lot of barrels. I'm not gonna bother with that. Yeah, Nefer is gonna be a main DPS. Main DPS, Dendro Catalyst, Lunar Bloom. And the Nefer situation will be pretty much the same as Flynn's. So Flynn's had like his premium support Inefa run a patch earlier. We got Inefa this patch, and the next patch we are getting Flynn's. And it's gonna be the same with Nefer, where Lauma is Nefer's Inefa. But if they design Nefer like Flynn's, that means that if you don't want to pull Lauma or like you don't like her or something, you probably could just go like C1 Nefer and have a team that is just as strong, right? So like a C0 Nefer with Lauma or a C1 Nefer without Lauma probably should deal a similar amount of damage, but that's just like feels crafting. We don't really know. I think that the only other thing that I'm in 6.0 is Tinari Sig on Chronicled, because you prefer Drip over more characters. It's also a pretty decent weapon. It's not a spectacular weapon. I don't own it actually myself yet. It's not a spectacular weapon, but it is fairly good. And also, like, a nice thing about the Chronicled weapon banner is that all the weapons there are pretty good. Even if you lose your 50-50, you are losing to a decent weapon, at worst. Like, what would be the worst case scenario? Probably the Wanderer Bell, to Leitura's Remembrance. Now, you cannot lose to a character when you cannot lose to a character when you are pulling for weapons. Oh, do you mean the new weapon? Nah, new weapon is great. I use on Furina all the time. Key of Karnizos just gives you an EM buff to the rest of your team. Weapons that buff the rest of your team are always gonna be at least somewhat useful. Also, like the R3, that's... Some unfortunate things have happened when I was pulling for other weapons. That's why it's R3. I just kept losing on the weapon banners. 2 key every time. R5 soon. I might pull Tinari's Sig as well. Because Tinari never gets limited banners. He only appears on Chronicled Wishes nowadays. And Chronicled Wishes are kinda rare, although they are running them more often now, finally. But like, it's a weapon that if I don't get it now, I might have to wait like a year or two to pull again. So I might get it for him, especially because I'm close to C6. Once I get C6, would actually be fairly nice. And I could lose to Nilus Sig. We could get to R4 when I pull. I'm kinda expecting this to happen. If I pull for what was it called again? His Sig? Hunter's Path. If I pull for Hunter's Path, I'm probably gonna lose to Key of Karnizut. Is that also in the free characters list? What free characters list? If you mean the free constellation list, then the answer is no. And if you mean the Chronicled Wish, the answer is also no. Nahida will have a regular banner alongside Lauma, which is kinda funny. I need to go for Key. And swap it to Furina when you bench Nilo. So you don't have Furina's Sig. I mean, Furina's Sig is Garbo anyways. You almost never want to play Furina's Sig in 2025. So you shouldn't feel bad about not having it. Oh, this tree is real nice. Yeah. Oh, and this is the white chestnut oak that I need actually. Lovely. +3. So yeah, I mean, Furina's real Sig is Favonius sword. And you do have that. You do have the real Furina Sig. Oh, that was sweet, man. Almost every spot on this island is artifacts. Yeah, gotta hate fake trees. Oh, veggies again, man. Oh, this one is real. What about fake? Fake? Fake. So yeah, if that's what you are planning to do, benching Nilo in 6.1, probably don't pull her Sig. You will be fine just playing a 4-star. Just Dokken's Assistant. Or the new Craftable, if you don't have that. Okay, 113. Let's condense some resin and do some more artifact runs before we go mine rocks. Imagine we'll get a monster and leave a chronicled rerun before Fontaine gets a chronicled. I do wonder. There are already some Fontaine characters that they would probably rather not rerun by themselves. Like, I can't really see them rerunning, like, Riodesley as, like, an individual banner and not part of a chronicle, same with, like, Linnae. Where's Linnae? Here's Linnae. And yeah, then there's Emily, Shiguin. I mean, Emily just got a banner. But it doesn't stop. She already appeared on a Chronicled not long after she had her rerun before. So that doesn't necessarily have to stop a character from appearing on a Chronicled. You need to let Neil go out with a bang. Also, like, no matter what, like, even nowadays, without Lauma, Nilu is already great in AoE content. If you have like 3 enemies or something, if you ever fight like triple Kenki, Nilu is great there. And she's gonna become one of the best, if not the best, at AoE content with Lauma, with a respectable single target damage. So, no matter what Nefer does, Lauma Nilu teams will still be better in AoE. Is this even worth having? Not really. In terms of pure meta value, you should just get Skerk instead. And I guess the upside of Riodesley is that he can also play Melt. But Melt, like cryo character smelting, is not really relevant nowadays. Because Escoffier is just like the... Every cryo team is like carried by Escoffier. So if you want to play cryo carries, you should just pull Escoffier first. Isn't for IT? Sure, but like... You could say this about every character. Pretty much, you know? Every character is decent for IT. And if you want to get him only for theater, you also have to spend a lot of resources leveling him. Because when you get a character, it's not only about getting the character, it's also about leveling them up. Wait, but back to the Chronicled. I guess a Mondstadt Chronicled would make sense. Like a Mondstadt Chronicled rerun. If they make the Chronicled wishes banners more regular. Because they did one, and then we had to wait like a year for the second one. But now that they are running them more often, even just rotating through the like 4 oldest nations, or the 3 oldest nations, would be fine. Would be like a fine system. But I could see a Fontaine Chronicle banner. With, because yeah, Navia is another character that's kind of like low pool value. But some people might just want these characters, right? So it's good to rerun them, but it's bad for them to take up a banner slot. I'll be here tomorrow to get the banner progress. Yeah, because it will only count... Actually, wait, no. It will not count even if you do it tomorrow, because it's a BP period mission, right? Yeah. BP period missions do not count when you do them earlier in the week. Weekly missions count when you do them earlier in the week. If you do this on Monday, they will count when the new BP comes out on Tuesday. So weekly bosses, making furnishings, doing ley lines, right? This counts. But anything here does not count. I have checked before. So if you clear our Abyss and Theater and do 50 wishes tomorrow, progress will be 0 everywhere. Friend Novilet, we can check both, it's fine. New banner on Wednesday. If Monster Chronicle banner comes out, it's basically gonna be called Standard 2.0. Not really. There are some nice characters there. The top-up bonus releases next patch? Yep. I think I... Wait, did I get my click on... No, I pulled Albedo on the first Monster Chronicle, yeah. But that was because Albedo was like the only character I was missing. So I did pull on the Monster Chronicle banner. Okay, Nobilet is level 90, Crown normal is great and then 7-8, that's nice. Sacrificial Jade, best 4-star weapon for him. Refinements are very strong on it as well, so R2 is nice. Got some decent HP. If you are playing him with Furina, if you are playing a more like hyper carry Nobilet with Furina, an HP Goblet is oftentimes even better. Although Sacrificial Jade gives you a bunch of HP as well, so it's gonna be close. So it's more like a consideration, right? If you've got any good HP Goblets, you could play them, but this one is not terrible, this Hydro Goblet, so that's fine. You are overcapped on crit rate though, so that's not ideal. Your flower is pretty useless right now. Like it's easy to overcap when you have Sacrificial Jade, right? Because it's 36 crit rate. But your flower is not doing you any favors. Because almost all crit rate that it gives you is overcapped. You really need to get a flower with some HP%, more HP% and crit damage on it. The other pieces are fine because you still want some crit rate, right? You do want to be at 64. But you don't want to be at 78, yeah. So replace the flower. 30 years is plenty. Yeah, and that looks decent. Furina talent level 8 on the burst. Yeah, her skill talent level doesn't matter all that much nowadays. Although in Novilet, like Novilet teams are the ones where it actually does matter. Yeah, probably should get it. You should probably get it higher. Thank you very much for the follow. Frisky Disc, I really appreciate it. Is she fine 80 out of 90? Yeah. I mean, because for her personal damage, you would want level 90. But enemies are getting tankier, but Furina isn't dealing any more damage than like 2 years ago. Almost when she came out. You could level her and level up her skill. And get a nice chunk of damage out of her then. Yeah. Now, Favonius is more of a supportive weapon, but you do have like Golden Troop. And in Novilet teams, you should play Golden Troop. Because in any teams where Furina is played with an attack scaler, like Skerk teams, or if you put her with like Chaska, you should play Tenacity of the Millelith, just to buff the attack of your carry more. But in Novilet teams, he doesn't benefit from the attack buff, so you just play Golden Troop. And then she can actually deal some decent damage. And when she can deal decent damage, you would want skill levels and levels on her. So this wouldn't be a bad idea to level up the skill and her level as well. In Novilet teams, you also do not need all that much ER, so you probably would be even fine with a weapon that doesn't give you all, like, 60 like Favonius Sword. If you don't have... Festering Desire, you could play the Pipe. Sword. You could play the Pipe, which you can get by fishing, like, right, Floof Sender. Also, still gives you ER, but also gives you 16 skill crit rate, which is better than 0 skill crit rate from the Fav. Yeah, so you could play that if you don't mind the fishing. But yeah, you've got some nice crit rate, okay-ish crit damage, lots of ER. You could even play a non-ER weapon probably. Specifically in a Novilet team, you'll be slightly low on ER though. If you had nothing from your weapon. But yeah, she's like fine. This works. Just level up her skill and level. And maybe burst as well. You're easily getting key depending on how the llama pulls go. If you lose, you can only get llama. That is like a fair plan. Even if a Fontaine Chronicled banner comes out, it will not have Nobilet. That I can say for sure. Whether we will get a Mondstadt Chronicled next, or whether it will be a Fontaine Chronicled next, we don't know. But we do know that the Fontaine Chronicled will not contain Nobilet. There is no chance. Because Archons do not appear. Even the bad Archons, like Raiden, do not appear on their chronicled wishes. And like Nuvilet isn't an Archon, but he pretty much is one. Nuvilet is more of an Archon than Furina, to be honest. So yeah, he's not appearing on the chronicled wish. They will keep rerunning him forever. They will keep milking the Nuvilet banner. Some characters are meant to be moneymakers for a long time, and that includes the Archons and Nuvilet. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's do the character trials, because I'm gonna forget if I don't do it now. Because yeah, this is already done. 7 hours left. Okay. This will be the last time I'm doing these annoying trials from Natlan. Because starting with next patch, if you own a character and you've already done the trial before, you will not need to clear the trial again. I do need to apply some pyro to them. Oh, boys. Applying pyro to these enemies was way more annoying than it should have been. Let me get a guide on who to pull for. It's hard to just make a guide. It depends on a lot of things. You're just pulling on whichever character came out most recently. Yeah, will work just fine. If you just want max like pull value. Okay, now I just only need to defeat enemies. We no longer need to correct the particles. Oh nice, pyro slimes will be lovely. Because now they are dead. Oh wait, this guy survived? How? I'll wait until my skill is back up to go to the other side. So I could give you like advice, right? Specifically for like your needs. You just tell me what you are doing and whatever. But I'm not really much of a guide maker. Okay, finally we're done. Even when I have done like all the calcs and stuff for a character, I still never ended up releasing a guide. I did a bunch of calcs for Ellen in Zenless Zone Zero. The calcs are already outdated, so even if I wanted to make a guide, I would need to recalc everything. But yeah, I had everything ready, but I just can't, man. I tried to like write a script or something and tried to like, I even started recording some footage and whatever. But it's just too hard for me. So the character is gonna be good to purchase for now. Unless you are pulling a character who's already bad the moment you pull for them, then they will definitely be good for even more time to come. Characters in Genshin don't really age all that quickly. And for pull meta, probably Llama is the pick, especially if you don't own Inefa. But they're both gonna be good. Especially when it comes to Stygian Onslaught, because the way Stygian Onslaught is designed, it always shields the characters currently on banner. Even if they are older characters. So whoever is currently on banner will always be best in Stygian Onslaught. And then Abyss is easier than Onslaught. So in that way, as long as you have the characters who are currently on banner, you're gonna be fine with the current endgame. And like some characters are gonna be useful more often than others. Like Mavuika is gonna be useful to you more often than like Linne. But if you want to pull Linne and Linne is currently on banner, if you pull for him, you are gonna do well in Styrian Onslaught in that bar. Oh yeah, I can fly forever because of the Flory stun. If I had to only pull for one character, next patch, I would go for Prince. But just because I like his design more. That's it. Nothing else really. I also really love Inefa, and he's gonna be good with Inefa, but even if I didn't own her, like if I had no 5 stars, actually, maybe if I had no 5 stars I would pull Llama for the meta. But Bloom teams are good even without, like Bloom teams are fine, like if you have a brand new account, no characters, Bloom teams are gonna be fine, and like one of your better options anyways. So trying to invest into a second team and third team might be a better idea. For like a middle of the road account, like you have some 5 stars but not that many, Llama is gonna be great because it will pull up Bloom teams to the level of other teams with more modern characters. But then for a very aged account like mine, I mean, for a more aged account, it's just the question of would you rather play Nefer or would you rather play Flints? Would you rather play Inefa Flints or Llama Nefer? Because those are gonna be like the major teams with those characters. Oh man, another Natlan trial. But this one is much shorter. Thankfully. I really like Ifa, but I also like Mizuki, and they play like the same kind of teams. Man, do I need to apply more Hydro to him? Here we go. Speaking of Linear, we're probably gonna pick Diha as the free 5-star. Ideally as the free 5-star. I mean, if you have a character that you really want to have, then that's fine, you can pick them. Oh man, there are 4 Natran characters here. If you have a character that you really want, it's fine to pick them, but from like a pure meta perspective, you should just pick whoever has the highest constellation on your account. Because getting to level 95, getting the Masterless Stella Fortuna to bring up a DPS to level 95 is gonna be better than any standard character could be, or any standard character con individually. You don't have anyone in C6, you should still work towards the C6. If you don't have anybody at C6, you should pick whoever you have at the highest con level, so that next year maybe you can pick the C6 for them, or like the C7. And then is C1 and you pick C2. Like, work your way, it's gonna happen, like you will eventually, like if you play, if you quit Genshin it won't happen, but if you continue to play Genshin for a year or 2 more, and you keep picking Tinari whenever you can, because you can pick one from the selector, then you have like the path thingy, you can pick another one from there, another constellation, you have C3, and next year you would have C4, and like you just need to lose twice more to him and then you have C6. And then you can pick another one maybe in 3 years for C7. Like sure, it's a long time, but it's better to get a Masterless Stella Fortuna in 3 years than never. For the path thingy, where after 8 weeks you get a constellation, for an older 5-star you can only pick characters. Weapons don't have constellations. They have refinements, but a refinement is just the same weapon again. You can't believe you have to pick Chi-Chi. Fortunately I'm picking Jean and Mona. Who's worth leveling to 100? We have to wait until we actually know exactly what leveling to 100 does. Because we can... Right now in the game, the formulas for like leveling, for the base stats, and for reaction damage, they already go to level 100. But in the preview video, when they showed us what the Master Stella Fortuna do, they showed an example of Flynn's getting level to 95 and then 100. Also another one with the Traveler, but the Flynn's one was like simpler to look at. And his stats do not follow the formula. They actually change differently. The stats are different. And you actually get more base attack when you level than you would based on the existing formula. That's so that, because normally, whenever I review characters, right, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, Nuvilet scales with HP, so level 90 is important. But for like Kinish, he scales with attack, so you can leave him at 80. And the reason for that is that for base attack, you also have the weapon. So the base attack of your character is like the character itself plus the weapon. But base HP is only one number. So if you increase both your base attack and base HP by 10%, your HP will increase more, because the base attack is also split between the weapon. So it actually doesn't increase by 10%, but more like by 7 or something. Depends on exactly how much base attack your weapon and your characters have. But the formula is changed so that the base attack gets increased more to like offset the weapon. So whether your character scales with HP or attack or defense, their damage increase will be the same. And because of that, I also believe they will change the reaction formula. Because in the reaction formula, characters who, for transformative reactions, so stuff like Swirl or Hyper Bloom, the damage would go up by 40% when going from level 90 to 100. And 40% is huge, enormous. So if that stays as it is, it would be a no-brainer to level your like Hyper Bloom triggers, like Raiden or Shinobu or Inefa, whoever you're gonna play in your Hyper Bloom team. But yeah, I don't think that will be the case. And also, there might be even like more stuff in the announcement, or like the like details thingy for the Twitter post about the Master Stella Fortuna that they had. They said that the abilities of the character will be enhanced. Now, I believe that enhanced abilities means more reaction damage, but some people are saying that maybe enhanced abilities means higher talent levels, maybe like talent levels +1 across the board. If that's the case, then characters who use reactions would actually benefit less, possibly, because reactions don't scale with talent levels. And the character like Inefa, who has most of their damage from a passive talent and not from one of the main ones that you level, should also benefit less. Because for Inefa, all the damage comes from here, right? And the levels of your talents don't really matter. So if we get +1 talent level, for example, to everything from the level 100, I doubt, right? But like just a possibility, then Inefa would be a bad target for this. But if it isn't, then she would be like a better target, because she also did some Lunar Bloom damage, so she would benefit from the reaction damage increase. Where is the post, man? There has been a lot posted. There is the Luna overview, but then like slightly earlier still, I think. Yeah, here, right? So in this post, here, that's the like ominous wording. After increasing the limit, the character's stats will be upgraded and their abilities will also be enhanced. What does it mean? My theory, or like what I expect to happen, around 10% more damage base from like your base stats and just being at a higher level when you get to 100, and then 10% more reaction damage, and this would be what they mean by enhanced abilities. And if that's the case, then whoever your strongest DPS is would be the best target. So if we just go by like tier list, then like Mavuika and Skerk, and then like Varesa, Arlecchino, those would be good characters to level. Also Flynn's, when he comes out. Or whoever you have at the highest constellation. Like if you have constellations for Kinich, for Chaska, those characters have good constellations. They would be your targets to level. Also, you could always just hold them to either use them on the next OP character. Maybe if Columbina is a DPS, or Sandrone. The Fatui Harbingers are often pretty strong, so you could save that for those. Or you could save them until you need them. Maybe one day you will be clearing Stygian Onslaught, and you will just like, every time you will end up losing by a couple seconds. And you're like, I'm doing the perfect rotations, my artifacts are pretty good, but I just can't do this. Then you just spend the Stella Fortuna that you saved in the bug, and you get them to 95. Now you are doing like 5% more damage, and bam, you clear the content. That's one way. Colombina is pretty much like an Archon of this region, yeah. When it comes to like marketing-wise, she is like an Archon for Nod-krai, yes. But it's kind of funny, because at the same time she's a Fatui Harbinger. Will the hype... Because... Archons are always like the most hyped characters, but then Fatui Harbingers are not far behind. Will the hype just be like Archon level? Or will it be like combined? Or will she be like hyped squared? Now we don't get any 5-star weapons for free. No selectors or anything. You like Jin or Dicha? Because Dicha helps a lot with your Linne, with the interruption resistance. Her interruption resistance isn't all that high. It's just 50%. If you want interruption resistance for your Linne, you're probably... It depends on what kind of Linne teams you are playing. If you're playing Overload Linne with Chevrus, then probably your best bet is Inefa actually. Inefa is not amazing in Overload teams because she deals no damage without Hydro, but she does give you a shield. And her shield actually gives you full interruption resistance. If you're just playing generic pure Pyro, or maybe if you are doing some reactions, like Melt or Vape, then like just Lanyan is fine. Whoa, why did he go up? I didn't even hold spacebar yet. Oops, you don't have Lanyan? It will be... Like, you will get her eventually. She will be on the banner eventually. Oops, I wanted to hold the spacebar. These enemies are kinda annoyingly placed. Am I supposed to shoot at them with bow attacks? Maybe, actually. Okay. I don't want to pyro or nothing. Yeah, Lanyan would be like the best of both worlds. Because they're saying either Jin or Dicha. Lanyan is just both at the same time. And a VV option that also gives you interruption resistance. Like, we also have to level the Dicha, and she won't be all that useful. Okay. Just one more stage, and this one will not have Natlan mechanics. The Anemo Girl, yes. That's Lanyan. Every shield gives you interruption resistance. If you are shielded, you cannot get interrupted. Good. Regular character trials. The fifth Natlan character. But yeah, his, the thing is that his character trial is not from Natlan. That's what I care about here. You also get quite a lot of Mora for this. Oh, but... Oh yeah, the Forza just give you like random stuff. Some give you Mora, some give you books. Yeah. So I feel like Like, if you were to only pick the Tinaricons for the eventual C7 Masterless Stella Fortuna, then maybe it would be like, okay, yeah, it's so far away that maybe it's better for you to just like pick another character. But you also like Tinari. So not only are you getting closer to your Masterless Stella Fortuna by picking Tinari, but you also are improving a character who's actually decent and who you like to play, right? That's why I feel like the Tinari is gonna be the better choice long term. Because being a 5-star is gonna be like replaced by a 4-star the moment you get her. Not really the best idea. Jelena is just like a very solid shielder, if you don't have many characters especially. Isn't that Rewazerlini? Maybe slightly. Tinari C6 probably would be better, but Tinari C0 is definitely worse, yeah. But Tinari C6 would be better. And you can get there eventually. And like I said, the Diha will not improve your lane team by all that much. She only gives partial resistance to interruption. Instructor is his best set? Whose best set? No main DPS will ever run Instructors. We'll get Lanyan eventually. When was her last rerun? At the end of the day, you can pick whoever you want, right? If my arguments do not sway you. His words? Oh, on Tinari to buff facial damage? Yeah, no. Not if you actually want to play Tinari. The last time she got... Oh yeah, she never got a rerun. She never got a rerun, so she should get a rerun really soon. She should appear in like a patch or two. So yeah, you can also miss her then. Which would be a shame. For Diona. Nothing is usable for Diona, because Diona is just terrible. Unless you're like a big Diona lover and she's your favorite character, I would not recommend anybody using Diona anywhere, ever. Just don't. She was cope when she came out in 1.1. And it's 5 years later. And she did not get any better. Okay. Let me go grab some rocks. Oh, the Leylands are here. So these spots are more likely to be up now. I will still ask the thingy. Now Diona, even with the EM from C6, cause she can never be your main cryo applier. You will always need another cryo with her. And like at that point, it's better just play one good cryo than 2 bad cryos. Because she applies cryo like once every 15 years. You have to wait 5 business days between each cryo application. So she can never carry a ML team. I guess Chaska is the one case where by just playing a cryo character, you are getting more cryo application from Chaska herself. So like that's one case where it's kinda okay. But then it's Circle Impact. And you're already playing Bennett. And I have to stay in like the cross section of 2 circles. Also, Diona's circle is centered at the enemy. So you need to like shoot Diona first and run there burst with Bennett. It's just too much of a pain, man. Just play Rosaria. I want the Zhongli here. For them rocks. What is the... Oh yeah, here we go. I will quickly take a look over there, but I don't think the spot will be up. It shouldn't be, yeah, it's not. Let's wanna play Tinari again, but you're suffering from not having interruption resist. I mean, you would never play Zhongli, or like, not never, but you wouldn't want to play Zhongli in a Tinari team. Tinari shoots fairly quickly, you shouldn't need interruption resistance. If you feel like every team you play needs interruption resistance, just pull Zhongli. Like, you don't have him now, but maybe you could use him. Because, like, you shouldn't need interruption resistance in every team. There is really no good interruption resistance options for Tinari, like, at all. I guess Inefa, once again. But Inefa does not enjoy being Inefa does not enjoy being in non-hydro teams. But she is Electro, so she enables Quicken. And she gives you a shield. You could also play you could play like Lama enough. Nah, that probably wouldn't work. But you could play some Hyper Room stuff. Like Tinari charges like so quickly. You never want to charge a full attack on him. And it just goes really quick. Let's kill some Geo Slimes with Tinari. Come boys. So yeah, like 1, 2, 3. You don't need interruption resistance for that. And like you're done. You no longer you never do this. Right? This is a waste of time. You do this and 1, 2, 3. It's not really much different from any other character. Like, yeah, but I'm just showing the time it takes to charge a charge shot. Because with Linne, sure, I do understand your Linne concerns. Linne is a pain to play. I mean, just like, stop, Linne is a pain to play. But Linne is a pain to play, especially when you do not have interruption resistance, because you actually do need to do this with Linne. Actually, we can go to him even. And there's a big difference. Once again, like the Tinari, you E and you do 1, 2, 3. That's Tinari gameplay, right? And you switch out. But Linne gameplay, you do this. You do this. Much slower, and you stay on field for longer. I'm not exactly sure how many charge attacks you do, but you do more of them, right? So that's a pain. But yeah, for Tinari there is no place in Tinari teams for a shielder, just like not at all. So if you want to play, I mean, good Tinari teams, you could argue that good Tinari teams do not exist in 2025. But if you want to play the best Tinari teams, which don't have to be good, but they will be best for him, you do not have place for shielders. And if you just cannot, then maybe you should just give up on him at that point. Okay, so we had wait, it was 3 and then 4. I'm kinda expecting 5, 6 to be honest. Let's see. Am I correct? No, I'm not. The ley lines lied to me. Deepwood Kazuha. Yeah, no. That doesn't inspire confidence. Oh, Shinobu is on Deepwood, okay. Okay, that makes more sense. That definitely makes more sense than Deepwood Kazuha. Get this crystal, you can do this. Here we go. There needs to be one more spot, right? Because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of these two then. I mean, if you played, I mean, you would always want, even if you had somehow no Electro characters, in your team, you would still want to play... I mean, you would always have. But even if your Electro character did 0 damage, you would still want to play Vivi for Kazuha's personal damage. Probably. More so than Deepwood. So I would never want to play Kazuha Deepwood. Okay, not this one either. Unlucky. The final one we were gonna check. Maybe we see the unusual Hillicher at least? Nope. He isn't here. My boy Dawei. User play Tinari with AI and Fischl? Yeah, like the nice thing about Tinari is that because of his low field time, he can work well with supports who want more field time. But now the issue with Tinari is that there aren't really any good supports nowadays who want to use field time. Like the best you have is Yae, but Yae is just... Wait, this spot is not up? Did I miscount? Or is the one... No, no way. Right, because this one was down. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's one of these two. Is it gonna be this sneaky guy? That's a rare spot. I guess Beidou gives you a shield. Sure. If you are facing at least 2 enemies, then it should be okay. I mean, if you have Beidou, you shouldn't need another healer. Oh yeah, it's this one. Nah, Beidou procs with char attacks as well. Beidou does work. She gives you just a shield, if you have cons. But yeah, even if the shield is gone, she still gives you more interruption resist. But remember, shields are the best interruption resistance. 100%, as long as they are up. Oh, it's finally this island. Lovely. Haven't been in there. I think the shield is on C1, no? Yeah. It's a pretty small shield, but can protect you from a hit or two. I used to play teams where Beidou was my only sustain. To be honest, I didn't really love it. But I used to play Alhaitham, Nahida, Fischl, Beidou back in like 3 point whatever, whenever Alhaitham came out. 3.5? Maybe 3.4? So yeah, I played those teams, but yeah, against more aggressive enemies, it sometimes was pretty tough. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We know every single spot now. Lovely. Don't need to guess. Yep. The ley line told me all I needed to know. And the blacksmith. The ley line plus the blacksmith. Oh, one got stuck. And now we TP here, we can grab the crystal flies. Back when I used to farm crystals every single day, I would have always plenty of crystal flies, because I would grab 3 of them daily here. But then I stopped farming crystals every day, and I don't have as many crystal flies anymore. This one, we just get like that, because we need to hold the on the other side. And there's a similar case here. Actually no, here you just need to hold these really. Having both Razor and Zhongli was nice for spots like this, where it's like a one small spot to the side, and a bigger one over here. Razor has a shorter hold E cooldown, so that's when he can actually be better than Zhongli. But his AoE is smaller. And we can pay a visit to our Vishap friend. He used to be so annoying back in the day. This guy. Oh, good old times, man. I would fight him every day. Now he just gets destroyed by a single Chiori skill. How time flies. And he even got stronger since then. So we have a new world level. Oops. Can I hit them all with one hold E? Nice. Perfect positioning. Also, this spot changed because they added these crossbows in was it Shenhe's quest? So that was 2.5, I want to say? 2.5 or 2.4? And the open world rarely changes like this, permanently. So that was a big deal. Back in my day? Let me get more water before we continue.
I mean,
the Jade Chamber being revealed was huge. And then it almost got destroyed again during that same quest. That was kind of funny. But Shen has saved the day. That was actually a very nice way of like showcasing Shenhe's strength. Because we've already seen Osial attack Liyue and then we used the Jade Chamber to fend him off. So we already knew like that the Jade Chamber both holds great power and it's also a heavy price to pay. And we had like Osial's wife. What was she called? Something B. It was like B something. I don't remember the name though of the other sea monster. So yeah, we had Osial's wife. And we were about to, like, Ningguang was about to drop the other Jade Chamber, and it's like, oh man, the boss is so strong. The Traveler got, like, bodied, because the Traveler tried to attack the other sea monster, but failed. And it's like, man, we worked so hard to rebuild the Jade Chamber, we need to drop it again, but then Shenhe just soloed him. I mean, she didn't really solo the monster, because she just, like, drove it away. And then in the event, it was an event boss that you could clear to, like, it was kind of like a ley line, I think. If you cleared the boss, you would get currency for the event. Yeah, I think that's how it worked. That should be a new weekly boss. I mean, this point it would be an old weekly boss. The fight was kind of boring though. You just wait for the heads to appear. I mean, the character would just be from doing the event overall, as always. Okay, you really want to die, boy? Goodbye to your shield? Oh no, it's still there. Okay. Now we're here. Whoops. Since the last time I was clearing crystals over in Liyue, all the regular spots have respawned, which is lovely. We're getting much more value. Although I have like 11,000 of them, so I don't really need more. But you can always use more. I could use them to buy wood, but it feels bad. I only want to use magical crystals to buy wood, because those are useless. But I guess by being used to create wood, they have as much of a use as the regular crystals. I mean, the regular crystals are strictly better still, because you can use them for wood and to make weapon EXP, while magical crystals are only there for wood and like crystal flies. But I have like 1,000 times as many magical crystals, regular crystals. That's the thing here. But yeah, after Nod-krai comes out, I'm probably not gonna farm crystals nearly as much. I might try farming crystals in Nod-krai. Because, you know, new region, new crystal spots, exciting. But I won't go around Liu and Mondstadt. We'll have enough stuff to do. Also, if you haven't seen on the Discord server yet, when the next patch comes out, I'm planning to do a full week of Genshin streams only. So if you are somebody who only watches my Genshin streams, you are in for a treat. So when the patch comes out first, Luna 1, release date on Wednesday, or Tuesday evening if you... Tuesday evening if you are in NA. I will have a like 16-hour long stream then. Hello Kulnia. So I will start streaming around 8 AM my time. So 12 hours earlier than my usual stream time, right? Normally I start at 8 PM. I will start at 8 AM. So you can also flip the AM PM for like whatever time it's in your time zone. That's when I will start on Wednesday when the new patch comes out. And then for the rest of the week I will do regular streams at 8 PM, but they will all be Genshin. Where do I live you? Yeah, I'm from Poland. Do I go through like these regions as well? I don't really like farming crystals here. Let's just go for the crystal flies actually. I'm from Germany, very close, nice. Same time zone as well, makes things simple. Another good crystal fly spot I had was over here. Oh, I wanted to check the crystals in Nod-krai, in Natlan. Oh, in Berlin. Yeah, that's super close. I was in Berlin a couple years ago for a Star Rail food collab. There was like a food truck riding around Germany. That's I mean, it's all like regular burgers, but then you got Star Rail, like the acrylic stands, and also a code for a special phone wallpaper.
Yeah.
So I went to Germany just for that. But like I said, Berlin isn't that far away. Oops. In Poland there are a ton of conventions all over the country. I'm not sure about Germany, how it works there. But yeah, in 2 weeks there is gonna be one in the city where I live, pretty much. It's like 20 kilometers away. And then there's gonna be another hype one at the end of November. And that one's gonna be cool, because the singer of the second JoJo opening, Koda, that sings Bloody Stream, is gonna be there. So that's nice. Also, earlier this year, on another Polish convention, there was the idol group Claris, they sang the openings to Madoka and Nisekoi. So it was also a lovely concert. So yeah, there are a lot of Polish conventions, and they're all super lovely. Okay, I've got 20 resin again. I probably should just spend it. Yeah. And then I will do crystals in Atlan. And then probably some rhythm gaming, yeah. I need to try Plumnia Omnia again. Oh, earlier asked, do you have a Mavojka TCG card? I actually don't know, I think there should be one. But is there one? I don't know. I do want to get into TCG, but I still haven't. Like, I played the TCG a bunch when it came out. I cleared like every opponent. I got every character card, I think, that was there at release. But then a big issue with the TCG was that whenever I would start playing the TCG, my viewer count would drop to like 2 or 1 or 0, and that was back when I actually had more viewers on average. I would have like 15 viewers, 20 viewers on my stream, right? I would start playing the TCG, it would drop to 2 viewers, and they were probably just both asleep at that time. So that's why I stopped playing the TCG as much. So it wasn't really a problem with the TCG itself, and more with just being a streamer trying to play the TCG. Let's kill this guy. Oh, she attacks so slowly without the Dahlia burst. I'm addicted to Dahlia on Skirk by now. Surprisingly, the viewership doesn't go down when I do the rhythm game. I feel like the rhythm game has like, I mean, it's the biggest thing is that it's simpler to understand. Like, you don't need to know anything about the rhythm game to know what's happening, right? There are circles and I click buttons to the rhythm. Let's tip it here. And there is like cool music. With the TCG you kinda need to know what's happening. But you find it boring to watch? Too bad. Let's do something first to warm up. Let's do Auroron. Banger, man. Lovely. Perfect. Now if only we could get the perfect on Plum Nyam. Let's do one more song, this one was short. Which one have I not done in a while? And which one do I actually feel like doing right now? Something that's not like too long. Let's do the Arlecchino. Wait, this one was funky. And after this we'll just do the Polumnia Umnia. Ah, we got a good man. I was so close to perfect. Doesn't matter because I already got this, but we'll just feel good. And yeah, this section feels so great to play. One of the cooler maps. And all the more unique songs. And there's one good, right? Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Okay. We got the good out of the way, now it's time to get a perfect Polumnia Omnia. Like, Polumnia Omnia shouldn't be as hard. Like, the previous song, the Arlecchino song, feels harder. But Polumnia Omnia is just like my Achilles heel. There's got 3 different sections that I'm terrible at. And then it's long as well, which doesn't help. At least I got good at the beginning, I think at least. I got good. But I often get good but I don't even notice them. No, what have I done, man? I was doing so well and I just didn't click the slider. And now I'm tilted and I missed again. Imagine getting this now. Okay, I missed this as well. At least. But when the song is long, you're bound to make mistakes at random points as well. I think I got this one. So I got good at the first and last sections, now the middle section is terrible for me. I remember in the past, instead of trying to do like an RPG, I would try to click everything individually, and I think that worked better for me. Need to experiment more with different strategies. But I'm getting closer, I am making progress. You wouldn't see it in this run, because I got a random miss on like a regular slider, but in the 3 hard sections, I'm getting pretty consistent at 2 out of 3. And funnily enough, the middle one, the second one that I'm failing now the most, used to be my best one. Three goods, 3 misses. I think I had everyone accounted for. Because sometimes I will get a miss and I will like, or a good and I will like not see it at all. And those are pretty frustrating because I don't even know where I'm supposed to improve then. Anything here? Just the one. So now I wonder, is this the only one on the island or is there more that he's not showing me? Very hard to tell. I'll check these ones, because they're kinda close by here. This island is far away though. I'm not sure how the Natlan crystals work. I mean, the ley line being somewhere doesn't always mean that the crystals will be close to it. But it usually does. Yep. I was feeling good after the Oron map and the Arlecchino map. I was like, whew, I'm on a roll. But then Polumnia Omnia brought me back down to earth. The taunt bird in the sky, I couldn't even target him. Okay, let me check these ones. These spots are the ones that are up the most often, I feel like. Oh, there are fish. Nope. Actually, it's slightly to the side, but yeah, it's not there. But yeah, there are ornamental fish. So we'll get that. Which one? Big one. I mean, there's only one type of bait you can use here anyways. You or the other guy? Nice. The right one. Took the bite. Took the bait. Like, took a bite. Took a bite out of the bait. I mean, there are regular crystals here though. I should get them. It's actually quite a decent spot. Okay, so now I'll just get the spot over. I feel like there has to be more than one. There has to be. But I've got no proof. Ouch. 4 damage. I'm also certain there are a bunch of chests that I'm missing. Also chests that wouldn't be marked as chests. That's one thing I'm worried about. On this island there are a bunch of like events essentially, where you like walk around and suddenly you meet an NPC. You complete a task for them and you get a chest. And sometimes the NPCs even appear out of nowhere. You just pass through a location, screen goes black, suddenly bam, NPC pops up and talks with you. And those, like, unless I happen to randomly walk into them, or I look up some sort of a guide. Oh, that's new. And it's not marked as a challenge. Wait, I need paint. No, wait, what? Oh. Alright, that's how you do it. So it's even worse than I thought. Even these things don't get marked. I thought that a challenge like this would get marked on the map. I'm pretty surprised that it doesn't. That's new, yeah. So you can't rely. Oops, no. Oh! This is a crystal guy. He didn't tell me anything. But it's a crystal guy. Yo, wait, that's a nice find. But if he didn't tell me anything today, will he ever tell me anything? Because this spot got marked by the blacksmith, the main one. So when would he ever, like, if he isn't telling me anything now, But you see, I just walked in a straight line and already found 2 things of note. The crystal guy and a chest over there. There are so many things here, this area is so dense. Oops. This I've already done at least. Switch to Ningguang to try to find it. Okay. She might mark stuff like iron for me, which will be annoying, but like if the crystals are somewhere, she will show me the location. So where would we start? Let's go around like Guizli Reach first. And see if she marks anything. Doesn't look like this will be anything. What is this though? Oh, no, I'm pretty sure I've been here like the other day. Actually. Yeah, so nothing here. Let's try Tata Isle next then. What is Ningguang's range on this? Oh, this is the good music. Oh, this is new. Just an investigation spot. But oh yeah, those are... this is like a thing. Oops. Wait, did I mess up? Oh no, okay. There's a capture button, but I always miss this. Oh, it's just a fish. I guess we are just fishing with the Yasha. Oh boy. That's a monet too. Don't disrespect it. Oh, we have to give it the fish now.
Ah, kira kira de utsukushii na.
See, man, these islands are so dense. And the compass doesn't even show how the stuff. Oh, come on, this is just food. What about this guy? He seems like he wants something. Or is it just a monet to playing around? Hard for me to tell actually. But it seems like it's just waving at nothing. Okay, this is fully painted. Oh! There is something here, but those are regular crystals. Not daily crystals. Oh, some of the crystals got destroyed by the Chiori bears. Nice. Oops. Oh, I can mine like this with Xianyun's burst. Never really thought about that. Useful question mark? But at least we found something. Not gonna bother you guys. Oh! Another one? And just iron. That's what I feared. That'll be most things that I find. And no chests either. bunch of this grain fruit here. Seems kinda sus. Nothing happens when you grab them all? I'm overly careful about hidden puzzles on this island. Oh, these are the drunk guys. Yeah, we don't need to fight them. They are harmless. Oh! Yeah, see? You can find stuff like this! He's not marked by anything, there's just a guy lying on the floor, dead. That's what I'm talking about in this resort. How do you find this? I mean, you just fly around the island looking for daily crystal spots? That's not something a regular person does. Why is there someone passed out here? Hey, can you hear Paimon? Are you okay? You help the man up, and he slowly regains consciousness. Oh, wow, wow. Have you had too much to drink? Head hurts. How would I... Let me think. I remember, I got knocked out by someone, but I didn't see who. Wait, it wasn't you, was it? Hey, we are the ones who helped you up. You should be thanking us. Oh, sorry. I work at the Me and You bar. I was really going to deliver some goods to the port in the north. A merchant association from Nod-krai bought some Afi meat from us, you see. Oh no, the Afi meat, it's gone! They steal it? Wait, you didn't steal it, did you? Why do you keep accusing us? Oh right, sorry. I guess it must be the dizziness. Thanks, you two. I need to head back to the bar and tell them what happened. If the real bunny is on the loose, you should probably stay away from the northern port. It could be dangerous. Okay, we've got a clue. I guess we have to beat them up again? 'Cause, I mean, I already beat those guys up. Yeah, I'll go with a different team, because trying to beat them with this double Geo Chaska team is not gonna be fun.
防衛モード補助力を
行こう風を知れそう風の歌雲の行くごと風の赴くままに
I already wiped these guys
加
once,
速します
so I don't think anything will happen.
それそこ
But
だ
maybe there is a chance that there is a hidden interaction only after you kill save the guy first. These bows don't do anything.
それ
I don't think this will do
操
anything
作対
either.
象ロックオン
Okay, so I think the only thing that that guy was... Like, his only purpose in the game is to, like, point us towards this place, and there are chests here. Yeah, that's what I did as well. Maybe if I go back to me and you now, the guy will be here, and maybe he can give me an extra reward? I think I still have some, like, pieces of paper or whatever that I found lying around that I haven't turned into anyone. Not this. No, I think there was something I found. Maybe not. Also, can you use these? The easy breed badges? I know that you can buy some furniture for them, but I already bought everything in the shop. I think me and you is here, right? Or actually not. Wait, no, this is not me and you. Me and you is somewhere else. Is it? Oh, that's new. My god, there's so much around here. This guy is so drunk. Yeah, so we have more stuff to do here, another challenge. 100% exploration, by the way, but first I will go take a bathroom break. And I will be right back with more finding random chests action. before we do the chests, let's do Genshin Duel. Have I done it yesterday? I might have forgotten because I don't remember Mizuki. Too bad. Also, why does it just say Mizuki and not Yume Mizuki? What is this slander? Okay, Hydro from not that far above 2.7, so it's probably like Candice. No. It's Nilo. It's like the more natural choice. Most people will think of Nilo before they think of Candice. But other than weapon type, they are the same. Here. This Raiden boss picture here is so pretty. Okay, I'm really not accustomed to using a vision. Why don't you teach me? I nearly forgot. You've never used a vision either. Gotta be Furina. Yep. This looks like Paimon's crown. Took a good 5 minutes? What, the Furina line? What is this? I know, like this is some sort of a circle. Gotta pick somebody with a circle. Oh, the Nilo one. I mean, just like it was a Hydro character from Sumeru, and I'm pretty sure there are just two, Candice and Nilo. Maybe this is, I don't know, Raiden's normal attack. I don't think that's not it. Some healing? It's not Kokomi. Those are like two orbiting stars? Maybe like Shinobu passive? No. Signature mix. Oh, that's Leona. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it kinda looked like Paimon's crown. Rock. Jongus. No? Oh, it's just Bennett? And the rock is the one that hits him on the head, and not Gio. Man, I don't think anybody gets this first time, because rock means Gio usually. Such bait. But you see the Benny and yeah. Okay, I went to the Pielan. It's Shuei. Man. Above 1.6 though. The flower is a clover, 4-leaf clover. A symbol of luck. Because as we all know, Bend is the most lucky guy. Let's go with Boot Hill. Galaxy Rangers. Oh, I guess there is only one option then. Rappa. Didn't think I would get it like that. Maybe my path isn't behind me but in front of me. That's why I'm gonna keep going forward, one step at a time. Train or no train? Oh wait, I think this was Veld? No, Dunhing? March? Okay, March. I already had this quote before. It's like, so I remember this is something I wouldn't, like a character I wouldn't think of first. I forgot exactly which one though. Because normally I would pick, normally I picked Himeko here first, but I remembered it's not Himeko. And that's all I remembered, unfortunately. This is Fushuen. Acheron, surely. Nice. Nice one shot. My 104 streak. Oh, it was Ellen yesterday and I missed it, man. I mean, not like it matters much, it's just typing the name Ellen. But even that gives me joy. Honestly, if not for Ellen, I would have already quit Zenless by now. I feel like 2.0 and 2.2 are just bad patches. And Ellen is the only thing keeping me there. How good is Honkai Impact 3rd? It's a cool game. I don't really love the combat all that much. It's kinda like Zenless but worse, combat-wise. But I do like the story. It can go like, it has its ups and downs. But overall, I would say that the story is like the biggest positive there. The biggest negative is that the game is just like old, and also Hoyo changed a lot as a company since the game came out. So like, Genshin, for how old Genshin is, I would say the game is fairly clean. There aren't many things that are just like dated mechanics that you like shouldn't interact with, or that interacting with them would be like a pain. Most things that get added to the game are they are still like being they are still being added to like newer regions and stuff like that. Like I cannot think of any kind of content in Genshin, like permanent content in Genshin, that existed at the start but like is no longer being maintained. There are things like one-time domains that aren't really being added, but they were just one-time domains. It's like, you know, just fight some enemies. They got replaced by like local legends and stuff. But in Honkai 3 there is a bunch of like old systems and old gameplay modes that were added in the past, and now they're just like not really being updated or maintained, and they just like feel bad to play. The Sakura Samsara open world thingy was absolutely terrible. Like all the open world maps, except for maybe post Honkai Odyssey, feel terrible. But the story is good. Although even the story stages have the issue where at some point they every story chapter they added, they also made it like a mini event. And now like in every story chapter I have to like gather some event currency to level up the characters I can use in the story chapter fights. And just, I mean, I guess at least I don't have to use my own characters, so I don't have to like level my characters to do the story. But it's annoying because every new chapter there are new like mechanics I have to like interact with. I just want to do the story. So if you are like really into Hoyoverse in general, and you want to learn more Honkai lore to like have a deeper understanding of what's happening in Honkai Star Rail and Honkai Nexus Anima, and even Genshin to a degree, then sure, Honkai can be an interesting game to play. But if you are just looking for a game to play without the context of like learning the Hoyoverse lore, then no, not a chance. Not a chance. Is it really worth playing as free to play? I would say that ZZ is not worth playing nowadays. I feel like the game fell off hard. It may get better in the future, and that's what I'm hoping for. But like I said, like I just said a sec ago, if not for Ellen, and if not for Sankenko's fallacy, and Ellen Joe being my favorite Hoyo character, I would have quit Zenless by now. I have not enjoyed the past few patches. Star Rail though is good. Star Rail is nice. Even as a free to play, you could. They give out free characters now and then. Next patch is gonna be a nice moment to start, because they will give out another free 5-star, most likely Danheng Permen Sortere. I mean, when it comes to Honkai 3rd and Honkai Star Rail connections, it's more like parallels. So just knowing the Honkai 3rd lore just gives bigger impact to the Honkai Star Rail story, but it's not necessary reading. It's less so like a sequel and more so like a... There are a lot of references. Oh, are they just gonna dance and that's it? Oh no, I do have to press spacebar. When though? Do I just mash spacebar? What now? I don't want to watch this, is what everybody said. I'm playing one, really like the combat, but Genshin has this natural and non-safe, I feel. Both All the other Hoyo games are more sci-fi than Genshin. Honkai 3 is really sci-fi. It's like just pure sci-fi. And so is Honkai Star Rail. Although, honestly, even though Honkai Star Rail is about traveling from like planetary system to planetary system, and it's like... You would think it's more sci-fi? I would say that Honkai 3 is more sci-fi. Because a bunch of the individual planets can be more fantasy-like in Star Rail. But in Honkai 3 everything is sci-fi. Okay, I got no reward. I guess let's try the other one. Maybe there is one if I finish everything. Whoa. Okay, we did get a chest. A luxurious chest? What?
平等に分配しないことは
That was not
争いにつながる
unexpected.
ものだが、私はいらないから持っていくといい。飛ぶか。
This area can feel so random at times. In a good way. Would be cool if there was a fishing spot on top of this building. Another 5-star version? Yeah, there's gonna be another Dunhing. Does bug you so much about Star? I like that. I like it when older characters get new 5-star versions. Honkai 3 also has a bunch of if you don't like characters getting multiple playable variants, then you're gonna hate Honkai 3. Because there a character can have like 10 variants. If not more. But I like it because if a game tries to print new characters like every patch, then it can end up with the characters being underdeveloped. And just like they appear to be sold and then they go away. I've heard a lot of people say that like as a WoA criticism, I don't play Wuthering Wave, so I don't know. But a lot of people do say, I have heard, that a character will come out, have a hype moment in the story, their banner ends and they are gone forever. Hey, hello Tilted. And it can feel like this with some characters in Hoyo games as well. Emily came out, had a story quest, now she's gone. We know that she will reappear eventually. Because every other Genshin character has. And yeah, then in Star Rail, some characters like Rappa can kind of feel like this. She comes out, had a quest, and one event, and now she's gone. But when when you get like when there's like a core cast and the game focuses more on them, and you get re-releases, like if there is a core cast and the game focuses on them more, you have more development for them, and you know they won't be gone. You know that Danheng and March will stay with us for longer, right? And they are characters we are already invested in. And by giving them more new 5-star variants, we can play with them more, even though the old characters already like aren't really that relevant. And they don't need to come up with more filler characters that will be forgotten later, right? So next patch we are getting a new March and a new Danheng, and I really like that. I do wonder if Genshin is gonna do this eventually as well. I feel like it should. Like there is no way we don't get a 5-star Kaya. You mean when did we meet Faruzan? Faruzan has a hangout. And so does Bennett. Both Bennett and Faruzan have hangouts. Bennett also appeared in the Windbloom event in 1.4 for the first time. And the hangout was like a patch or two later. The first hangouts. I mean, it wasn't a major role. He got locked in a cage somewhere, and we had to rescue him. Oh yeah, because he went with Razor to like collect something and he got locked in a cage. I can even show you the cage. I think it should still exist, or like it was like a part of the world to begin with. So it was it was at the Thousand Winds Temple. Why do I remember at which temple Bennett got locked in 1.4? I don't know. I don't know, but I do. So it was just like a minor cameo appearance, really. Oh, and he did write a poem, because the first 1.4 Windbloom was about poetry. So everybody had to like, the question was, what is a Windbloom? And people would write poems and suggest flowers, and Bennett did write a poem, and Venti did reference it in this quest. So here. Or like one of these, Bennett got locked there. So if you're wondering, what are these cages? They are Bennett cages. Or at least one of them was, back in the day. Fischl we first met in 1.1. In the Unreconciled Stars event. She might have had some minor appearances in Windbloom, but I don't even remember if it was the case, maybe not. And then 2.8, Summer Island, she had a major role again. As for permanent content for Fischl, I'm not sure if she appears anywhere before Paralogism. And even in Paralogism she just has a minor role, just drops a line and is gone. Let me actually go back to walking around this island. Artifacts. Oh, yeah, speaking of artifacts, I do probably need to destroy some. Yeah, I don't have much space left. But fortunately, I can salvage all 3 and 4 stars. Actually, maybe first I should check some of the instructor's pieces. Yeah, EM, I guess I could check this out. Like, they need to be 3-liners with ER. Tinari Goblet. Do you damage bonus ER? Nah. Okay, and the others are not instructors. I'm keeping the 2 and 1 stars for leveling purposes. I could also sell them for Mora. This I have done already, right? Oop, yeah. Oh, I can actually do this. To not have to wait for the cooldown. Oh! We found something! It's up. And it is just garbage rocks. She should show you like an icon for what type of crystal this is. For what type of mineral. Also, I just wonder, did they update the text of her passive when... Oh, just use ore veins used in forging. It used to like list out every ore separately. But I guess with when Inazuma came out, maybe? Either when Inazuma came out or when Fontaine came out. To not have to include everything, every patch, whenever they add a new ore. They just simplified it to like, yeah, it's just everything. Wait, what are these guys doing here? Pure Anemo Chaska, let's go. Down, dude.
ファッションは私が定義する。やっはっはっやっ。
Don't you vandalize my art.
風が立つぞ。
Oh, another rock. Yep, rock. Yep, nothing here, man. Really? They did all this? The whole setup? Just for regular rocks and not even a crystal? The whole setup with the Ictomisaurus and the barrel? Waste of time, man. Oh, opera flower. Nice.
たもと
取るに足らない。飛ぶか。速攻で決める。
We could beat the local legend guy for Sorian Hunter mats. Or we could also not. Oh! Spamming Z a billion times finally worked out. Is that better than Versa for exploration? Yeah, I would say Chaska is the best character right now. For exploration. Oh, it's just Mora boxes. Okay, I mean it's something. I have been here before. So, Chaska can fly. Flight is just flight, you know? It's so much more universal than running. Even if Versa can run faster, Chaska can fly. And also Chaska is Anemo. By being Anemo, she's part of Anemo Resonance, and you really want that for more movement speed. Oh. Above us, and next to the ley line. Can I shimmy up this wall? Yeah, can Versa do this? Chaska can't quite do this either. Holding spacebar is slow and drains your Floriston, but it works. So yeah, she's an Anemo, and she can fly. You can also play the first great magic for more movement speed on her. 4%! Actually, no, it's 7. It's 7, sorry. Because I have another Anemo. Because like you play 2 Anemo for resonance. For every character that's the same element as you gain attack, and for everyone that's different, you gain movement speed. Right? And I've got 2 non-Anemos, so I get 7%. And you can refine for even more movement speed. Let's go! 2% more across the board. I mean, Versa can also get more movement speed from Lost Prayers. So that's a thing.
風が立つぞ。
I mean, compared to like, if you are min-maxing exploration, then compared to like Mavuika, that's a buff that she has. Like that's a boon that is available to Chaska, but not Mavuika. For the exploration meta. No. And yeah, so speaking of Mavuika, Mavuika can usually move a bit faster than Chaska. But like a tiny bit. Like if you do the perfect Mavuika rotations where you do like the bunny hops, the pogo hopping, where you jump and then unjump. Mavuika can be slightly faster than Chaska, but she's more limited by terrain, and she doesn't give you movement speed. And like, if a character is best at exploration, then it doesn't really matter all that much that they are not Anemo, because like you just can play a different Anemo character. But as time goes on and there is more competition, non-Anemo characters are harder to fit in the team. So that's why Xian Yun, I still play her, even though her jumps got power crept by now, by other abilities. Like I would rather have, in this slot I would rather have Versa, Mavuika, Kinich even. Her jumps aren't all that great, but she's an Anemo, so she stays while those other characters are gone. Also she gives gliding speed, so that's nice. Sometimes you get a glide. You want to avoid gliding, but sometimes you have to glide a bit. So gliding movement speed is a very useful ability. Xianyun and one more character have that. I don't remember who though. Chance for damage, not in a team like this. In a team like this, she doesn't help all that much. Oh. I'm just here for the rocks, boys, don't mind me. Oh, I didn't get everything. I mean, specifically with Varesa, Shannon can be nice, but she's also burst reliant. And pressing burst in the overworld is just... I don't know, I prefer if I don't have to. It's like, Varesa is nice, because Varesa just has her mini burst, it's fast and it's cheap. And she's also fine without the burst. But Shannon needs to press the burst or she's useless. But she's a healer, so that helps. Healers are always nice to have in a team. I shimmied all the way up, but I actually have to go down now. The way he sits there, man. So for me, the peak exploration team right now is specifically Chaska, Xianyun, Chiori, and the fourth one can be different things, Varesa or Mavuika, sometimes even Wanderer maybe, and sometimes a character that marks something on the map for you, like, you know, the specialty guys or Ningguang for rocks. Versa is nice because she can also fight and she's not reliant on other characters. She works well with Xianyun, so that's nice. And also, like, by being Electro, Chaska can actually fire some bullets and not no bullets. So she fits in this team very well, but she is the first one to go as more new characters come out. Chiori, by the way, if you are wondering, it's for the 10% movement speed passive. Brocaded colors, beauteous silhouette. If you have at least one character in your team with a skin or a glider skin, you get 10% movement speed for the team. If you don't own Chiori, the replacements for this slot are the characters with the faster at day or faster at night passives. So like Gaming, Dihya, Rosaria, I think one more character. I think somebody else has the Rosaria passive of being faster at night. Wait, I can look up on the wiki the Swift Stride effect. Let's see. Is there actually a fourth character or am I misremembering? Movement speed, talents. Now I want the utility passives. Oh no, Dahlia is day as well. So Dahlia is the character I was thinking of, but he's during the day and not during the night. So Gaming, Dahlia, Dihya are during the day, and Rosaria is during the night. The Kinich one is kinda scuffed. It only gives movement speed to... Wait, it's actually your party members. Ah, no, but it's only when interacting with stuff in Natlan, yeah. So that's pretty niche. I think Lauma is gonna be power creeping exploration characters in Nod-krai. We'll have to see if she's gonna be better than the existing ones. She doesn't seem that fast, but it seems like it has like a longer duration. I mean, the closest comparison is actually Arlecchino, where Arlecchino has a skill that... Or like, Arlecchino has a charge attack that makes you run faster. And it was never all that great actually, it's just like a little bonus. Right, this. Lauma's skill is just like that. You use a charge attack and then you go faster. So Arlecchino was never peak in exploration. When she came out, she was already worse than a character like... Wait, this was like Fontaine, so it was before Natlan. But already like Wanderer or even like Yelansi 1, or even Yelansi 0 probably, were better than her. So it's just like a little bonus, right? If you're using Arlecchino, if you like using Arlecchino, then this is a nice bonus to have in the overworld, but it's not, you don't put her in your team just for that, right? That kind of thing. And it might be the same with Lauma. Now, Lauma's probably gonna be better than this. For one, it's been over a year, And for 2 she even has a constellation that buffs it. So if it's worth buffing, it must be like pretty decent to begin with, no? The stamina cost for Llama's Spirit Envoy form will be reduced by 40 and the max duration extended by 5 seconds. And the max duration is what? Here. So it will be 15 seconds. But there's still a cooldown. No, cooldown is 4 seconds after it's over. Okay. You figure out your favorite characters in Genshin characters like Chongyun, Gaming, and Kinich kinda. They remind you of 90s style Japanese Chinese streetwear. Yeah, these characters are cool. I mean, yeah, but you just get like food from the animals. It's not major. Like, when you go through Nod-krai for the first time, if you just like walk around and explore, then sure, that's cool, but I don't think this will be something you will like go out of your way to do. You won't put Llama in your team just for this. If her running is good, then this is nice. But if Varesa is faster, you will just play Varesa and you won't care about like a little squirrel giving you a piece of meat. They bring you food and you kill them for even more food. You can get more serpent spines. The best weapon for Gaming, a 4-star weapon at that, is actually Fruitful Hook if you can ever get that. It was on a banner recently, but it's gonna rerun eventually, right? Yeah, Fruitful Hook gives you, at R1, 15% plunging attack crit rate, and then plunging attack damage bonus increased by 16%, and goes up to 32 crit rate and 32 damage bonus. This is better than any 5-star at R1 for Gaming. 5 stars with refinements can be better than R5 Fruitful Hook, but R5, like any R1 5-star is worse. Is this gacha? Yes. I don't even own it actually. Oh, it's on banner right now. How much PD do I have? 7. Do you do a cheeky 10 pull for a Fruitful Hook? Might as well. Cheeky 10 pull to say goodbye to the patch. Okay, nothing happened. Don't you own Molani though? Unless you own her but don't plan to play her ever. Come on, where are my 4 stars? Yeah. Oh, I didn't own it yet. I have not owned one yet. It's new. I guess that's fine as well. One more? This would be like 24 PT. Molani is super strong though. Molani is probably the strongest character you own. But if you don't want to play her then that's fine. So it's like a mini version of Chaska's Sig. It's like the cope Chaska, like if you pull for Chaska's Sig but you don't have enough PT, or if you lose the 50-50, then at least you get this. You have Nuvilet? Molani is a stronger DPS than Nuvilet nowadays, especially in Stygian Onslaught. Is it for any character except Chaska? Is this for charge attack units? Because like when using aimed shots, the damage dealt by charge shots increases by 6% every 0.5 seconds. This effect can stack up to 6 times and will be removed 10 seconds after leaving aiming mode. So it's good for charge attackers. It can be useful for like Linne or Ganyu. I'm not sure if it's better than alternatives though. So it's not something you should go out of your way for. Tinari, it only gives you attack and damage. Actually, maybe the damage bonus is nice. Tinari probably plays the Slingshot because he doesn't care about base attack. So I imagine Slingshot is still better than this. Or at least on par. Okay, one more 10 pull. I want the Fruitful Hook. Okay, we are safe. What about Kinich? Kinichi is good. Like, so far he had bosses that were very nice for him in Stygian Onslaught. For the first two Stygian Onslaughts, I would say that he was top tier in both. But it probably will change for the next few ones. Come on, one more 4-star. Man. Okay, no, I'm not pulling anymore. Wait, this is also new? I didn't own this one either, when I had none of these. Nice, I guess. Got 2 new weapons. I wouldn't play Gaming anyways. Is the really good on Nuvilet? Wait, which one is that? Because there are 2 very similar weapons. There's the event one and this one. Because yeah, this is the event one. And it has an extra hit of Hydro. Or like extra hit of HP scaling damage rather. And this 10 seconds after using skill, max HP is increased. For every Hydro elemental type character in the party, max HP is increased by another 12% at a maximum of 24. So you play Nubilet Furina. Yeah, I guess that's... the ER passive is not the best though. You don't really need the ER on Nubilet. But it does give you plenty of HP. Like on R1, this is 44 HP. And it goes up to 88 HP at R5. So that's quite a lot. It might like... sometimes even if the stat is bad, if the passive is good enough. It might... at R5 it could be his best 4-star. Oh, there's a 5.8 updated Nubilet guide here. Oh, they recommend the Ashgraven Drinking Horn. Interesting. Is this really better than... Huh. Best free weapon apparently. Okay, so the event weapon is better. Collection we found up here. Let's see. Ah, no, Ashgraven Drinking Horn is better. We got lied to. What? Wait, where is the... Or no, sorry. Yeah, because that's the Ashgraven. Okay, okay. And why I was looking for Wave Riding Whirl. Okay, no. Okay, that's true. I mixed them up again. They are so similar, man. Because this is Wave Riding Whirl. And Wave Riding Whirl is way lower. Because you don't need the ER. And the issue is, as well... Setup is good? Yeah, setup is decent. The issue with Wave Riding Whirl, like in the future, because right now you don't really need the ER because you play him with Furina, Furina gives you energy. If you ended up cutting Furina, then you would need ER more. Let's say you cut Furina and you play like some just more sub DPSs. Play Lauma, Inefa and... Columbina is also Hydro. Something else. Sucrose. In a team like this you would need the ER, but then you don't get the Hydro buff, right? So yeah, no, it's never good. The Ashgraven Horn is better. And then Prototype Amber gives you healing. And is just stronger. Wait, is the Wave Riding Whirl really this bad? How so? It's so much HP, 88? It's worse than Prototype Amber? No way, man. Like, it just gives you more HP. I guess maybe it... maybe the extra healing stacks up Furina's buff faster or something? What types of passive? Some charge attack damage thingy. Gives you HP and then for 15 seconds... Once every 15 seconds, for the 14 seconds after using an elemental skill, gain 4 stacks, each taking this normal attack damage. Actually, no, you don't even benefit from this. It's just for the crit damage and the HP. Yeah, just having 88 crit damage and 20 HP makes this his like third best weapon. Because Nuvilet did charge attack damage. It's pretty much the same as Nuvilet's weapon, but normal attack instead of charge attack. I mean, this is like when HP changes, charge attack damage up. And this is when you use skill, normal attack damage up. And this gives you some extra energy as well. There's not much. I mean, it's still like 20% better. His weapon over Surf's Up. Yeah, because Surf's Up is just a stat stick. R5 cash flow supervision is as good as Surf's Up. But doesn't cash flow give you crit rate? Yeah, it would be kinda rough. It's not that bad actually. On my Nubilet I'm playing a crit rate HUD. So he doesn't really have that many crit rate issues. That's a nice HUD. My sons and my feather are so bad. And even my flower is a 3-liner. But the HP percent is better than ER. Maybe some piece with just 5 crit rolls would be better. Nah. If I needed the ER this would be good, but I don't. Oh, and here we overcap on crit rate if we play this, so that's why we cannot. I need to grind more. Because somehow my flowers and feathers on this set have never really been that impressive. This one might save me if it rolls crit damage. Might save me from the +2 defense percent feather. But we'll have to wait and see. If I roll crit damage like 5 times, this could be better actually. Let's try it. Sure we roll crit damage 5 times. 1. 2. So far so good. 3. Oh man, I will take 4 though. I will take 4. So this is a total of 4 crit rolls and this is also a total of 4 crit rolls. This is 21.8. 27.2. So slightly more crit value, but this has ER. And I could play a better flower, right? Because I could play the flower with extra crit rate? It's not that much better though. But there is an angle for an upgrade here. Wait, what about this piece? I guess I lose some crit rate. No, this has to be better, no? Extra crit roll over defense percent. And HP percent here as well. Huh. Or I play this 15 crit rate. Let's log this. I would lose 10, I'd gain 15. Then I would maybe lose some somewhere else? No. Maybe I switch to a crit damage HUD and then just play all the crit rate subs? I need to optimize my Nubilet. Actually, funnily enough, I scanned all my artifacts with the for the optimizer the other day. And I just got a better piece for Nubilet right now, so I'll have to rescan everything. I could just insert this piece only. But... it would probably be tougher to remember which piece I'm supposed to insert. No, I mean it's the suns. It's that simple. Okay, so let's just triple check everything for the patch, right? Weekly missions for the week. Everything that's relevant is done. Big patch missions, enhanced artifacts, that's done. Remember to always do this because there are primo gems here. This was like an arena for a mini game, so it doesn't really need to be painted. I'm not even sure if I can paint it, because here we had a mini game where you were shooting guys on the other side. Too bad you cannot replay it. It was kind of fun. Top up bonuses all have been bought. Buy one fate here to not make a mistake when buying stuff. Should I buy this weapon? Should I buy these weapons one day? By the way, I never bought a single weapon from Stargazer Exchange. If ever I get every weapon but this, then I will buy them. But that will never happen. You would have made Nigwank useful. I mean, there really isn't much hope for her. Like, she doesn't, like, if with enough wheelchair supports, you can make her playable. But even Navia isn't doing too hot nowadays. They could maybe one day release an actual good Geo support. I mean, Chiori is a decent sub DPS, but like, even the Geo support we got in Natlan, Hilonen, actually doesn't support Geo all that well, unless you have C2. And even at C2, she's not like a specialized Geo supporter that saves the element, kind of like Chevrus or Escoffier. Right, so we just need somebody, we just need an Escoffier but for Geo. And then Ningguang could actually be playable. She would never be great, like she will always be worse than Navia and even Itto. Actually, she could be better than Itto in a world. But if they ever do Escoffier plus Skerk but for Geo, then she could be the Geo Ayaka. So a character that's like clearly worse than the new one, but playable if you like her with the new support. So you know, when Escoffier came out, Ayaka became playable again after being useless for a couple of years. But then Skerk came out and she's better than Ayaka in every way, but you can still play. You can still play Ayaka, and that's fine. With Constellations, she even works well in Stygian Onslaught, if you have like C2. I mean, for Fearless, even C0 Ayaka with Escoffier would work well. Probably. Maybe, possibly. Rewards are unclaimed because I'm saving my transient resin for the Stygian Onslaught leyline. Because when the next Stygian Onslaught comes out, by the way, 7 days doesn't expire. When the next Stygian Onslaught comes out, which will be in 1 more week after the patch comes out, right? I mean, every character can do theater. That's fine. I mean, some will work better against bosses, so I guess there is that. But if you can make a team or just apply the elements needed for the reactions, everybody can work well unless they're like Mika, who cannot apply cryo outside of a single skill. Did you know that Mika can apply only one cryo, can only apply one instance of cryo when using all abilities? His burst doesn't do anything and his skill is just one shot. He applies the least elements out of all characters in the game. So I guess you could say Mika is the worst Imaginarium Theater character. And even if you look at his like kit itself without the elements, his buffs are pretty niche. Attack speed and physical damage bonuses. So I would say Mika is the worst character in the theater. So yeah, Stygian Onslaught will come out in 1 more week after the Archon quest. So it will be Wednesday or Thursday. I don't remember which one. I think it's actually Wednesday, and I was surprised by that. And when that comes out, I will use all my fragiles, except for maybe I will keep maybe like, you know, 5 aside for an emergency. But I'm gonna use like 80 of them. And the transients that I will have at least 2 transients. One from the theater that I will pick up next week, and one from Tabby. So 2 transients, and then like 80 fragiles. And I will use that all on the ley lines for the new artifacts. As with Nino even there is no Dendro, that's really not a big issue. She applies Hydro and that's good enough. I use like Nilu Hutao in this theater, and it actually cleared super quickly, way faster than I thought they would. So you do not need the blooms to make Nilu good. She's still like top half of Hydro character is good, even when there is no Dendro. Because she just applies a bunch of Hydro, that's all she does, and that's good enough. Right, out of Hydro characters, I'd say she's better than Barbara. I mean, Barbara is a catalyst, so maybe not, but better than Candice. Mona is a catalyst, but she needs to on-field. Like, Nilu applies Hydro from off-field. Mona and Barbara need to on-field, really, for good Hydro. Xingqiu is better. Chai is probably worse, to be honest, than Nilu. Dahlia is worse. Kokomi is better. Yalan is better. Ayato is better because he can burst as well. Shiguin, probably worse, unless you want the healing. Molani is pretty bad in the theater, because she actually needs the vapes. I guess she's a catalyst, so like you can spam normals. She's as good as Mona and Barbara. Nullet is goated, and so is Furina. Okay, so maybe she is bottom half, but it's like all the other Hydro characters are also good. And she works well, even if you just apply Hydro to like freeze, or to electrocharge, or to vape, or to crystallize. Oftentimes you just need elemental application. Okay, so the next 2 days I will be streaming Starl and Zenless to just, you know, try to clean everything up before my Genshin streak. And then starting on Wednesday, for an entire week, I will just be streaming Genshin only. And it will also be like, of course, the new patch, the new region. On Wednesday I will be streaming for 16 hours. I am super excited. Let's have it like here. So if you want to, if you don't remember what, if you couldn't remember what I just said, you can join the Discord server to get stream notifications and also my stream schedule for the week. If you also want to like ask anything regarding Nod-krai or the anniversary selectors, whatever, there will be quite a lot of new stuff. It could be confusing. Make sure to join. You can ask questions there even when I'm not live. And yeah, I will see you either on Wednesday if you are here for Genshin, or tomorrow if you are here just for me. So see ya next time. Bye bye.